Okay, I am from Pleasure Ridge Park, and I originally got involved in the Neighborhood Institute because I moved here about a year ago to Louisville. I'm originally from Detroit. I always say that's where I got the accent. But anyway, I spent my whole life there, and when I moved here, I said, I really need to get active in my community. I want to be involved. So immediately, I issued a letter to my councilman and said, please put me on your advisory committee. And he did, to my surprise. So I was happy about that. And then I decided that just wasn't enough, and I enlisted myself with the Metro United Way Southwest Advisory Council. Now, a year later, I am wondering why I said yes to both things. But at any rate, when we moved here, we bought our home in Pleasure Ridge Park. And we had looked at, I would say, close to 100 houses in the Louisville area. And part of the thing that we really needed was a garage. My husband owned 5 cars when we moved here. And we're from the Motor City, right? So we had 5 cars. And we really had a problem finding something in our price range with a garage and a yard. So we ended up in PRP. So I continued to kind of get involved in social activities, and everyone would say, where do you live? And I would say Pleasure Ridge Park, and they would go, what? Why would you move there? And I kind of kept hearing that theme coming up over and over again. And in my neighborhood meetings and in other meetings, we were starting to have a discussion about perception. And we felt like a lot of the things that were issues in our area were additionally amplified by our own perception of our own neighborhoods and those who are on the outside kind of looking in. And I feel like we need to change that conversation both with each other and with other neighborhoods in order to really continue moving forward. So my project is really to help rebrand our own community and get people talking about the really cool stuff that we have going on here. And I happen to think one of those really cool things is this fish. Okay? This is where PRP is located. We're on South Dixie Highway, essentially between Greenwood Road down to about Stone Street, and a little bit over on the east side of Dixie Highway and the west side of Dixie Highway as well. So that's just kind of a visual map to get an idea of where we are. We've got it going on. We have affordable housing. There's a really wide variety of housing stock available. You can buy something that was built between the 50s and 60s. It was kind of the urban renewal time, the baby boom. A lot of people located in this area because they were home from the war with Fort Knox. A lot of people chose to locate in PRP and Valley Station. We have great schools, great police, a fire department, with an incredible training program, so they're nationally known. Our high school sports in the area also do very well, so we get a lot of state recognition for that. These are just some examples of the homes in the area. This happens to be just down the street from my house. I would have shown you a picture of my house, but we didn't cut the grass. So here's one of the newer homes in the area, still within walking distance. I think people are really surprised when they come there. You can find a house from under $100,000, and you can also find a house for over $200,000 in the Pleasure Ridge Park area. And we still got it going on. We've got Farnsley Mormon Landing. They have a master plan that's coming together, which will include not only this original site, but in addition to that, a wedding chapel and another house that they're restoring. We have Fort Duffield, which is just south of us in West Point off of Dixie Highway. It's a Civil War fort. There are still original structures there from the Civil War. There's also hiking and biking trails. The Ohio Valley Dragway, which is another reason we moved there. With 5 cars, we better do something with them. Riverport is very close, huge industrial area. The Greenwood boat docks are also being changed and renewed, and it's going to be a fantastic park there. And this is really all within 5 minutes of my home. Fort Knox is tripling families on base. Not only South Louisville, but Elizabethtown as well is expecting to have just a huge influx of people with the restructuring of the base. So we're pretty excited about that. And we're also very close to Otter Creek Park. So why wouldn't you want to live there? We still have some of this going on. Our major challenges are keeping up with the new ordinances. PRP was part of the old county before merger. And there wasn't really a whole lot of service inspectors in our area to enforce permits and other code violations. So now that we do have the resources, it feels like people are really using them. We're probably one of the highest complaint districts. So we've got neighbors telling on neighbors telling on neighbors. And that's something that we have to change. We have to change the conversation with ourselves. So we need to kind of take care of some of these. We're still having some issues with businesses keeping up their property. A lot of the things, and I'll tell you, one of the projects I recently did with Metro United Way is people are talking about wanting more economic development. Well, I believe that there is a relationship between the look and physical feel of your neighborhood and people wanting to come in and put new businesses in that area. And it really starts with aesthetics. So we decided, well, we've got all this stuff going on, and we definitely know that we want to make some change, so how do we do it? That's me and Judy Schroeder, who you met, I think, the first night here at Neighborhood Institute. And I got with her and some other folks at Metro United Way, and Judy had this awesome idea for this mobile conversation. So Metro United Way came out to the Southwest Festival and set up this really great booth where we asked people to put on a map. Where do you live? Tell us about the assets in your area. What do you love about your neighborhood? And what do you want to see change? And they did that. And if you ever want to see the actual posters from the event, Kelly Thompson at Metro United Way Southwest has them. And also, I would encourage you, if you're interested in doing this in your own neighborhood, to contact them as well. And we had kids drawing pictures, people telling us, I love my school, I like my friends, I want more than just McDonald's in my neighborhood. Okay. They want to widen Dixie Highway. People are saying it looks better all the time, so we really kind of listened to what people had to say. And we really the real goal is to change this into this. So that is it.